Well, hello everybody. Mike with Spray Jones coming to you with another video on spray foam insulation. And today I'm probably going to blow your mind a little bit and upset some people at the same time. But that's okay. This is all open source information. I'm not revealing anybody's secret account at this time. I want you to see something here that I've dug up on. I've been hitting back at the R value game, and we're going to have to do that more and more, and we're going to get more and more serious about that. But let's take a look at what's going on. This sounds very official, right? Insulationinstitute.org, right? That's got to be something serious where we can evaluate all the different types of insulations out there. But if we take a look at what insulationinstitute.org is, we have to click on them, the About Us. What do they have to say about themselves? Well, here we are. They are the North American Insulation Manufacturers Association. Okay, all right. Is recognized voice of the insulation industry. Okay, do they represent me? Do they represent closed cell spray foam? Bringing together North American manufacturers of what? Fiberglass, and mineral wool insulation products. Okay. So insulationinstitute.org is, by their own definition, the recognized representation of this fiberglass and mineral wool insulation products. All right. Well, what can we learn while we're on here? Let's take a look. If I'm a homeowner and I click on this, what can I learn about insulation? Ooh, okay. Well, I'm a spray foam guy and they're a fiberglass guy, and let's see what we can do on comparing insulation types. Here we go. Well, what does it look like? Value, energy savings, provides air sealing, right? Acoustic performance. These are all things that they've got. Health impacts. Well, that's a pretty serious hot button topic these days. Let's click on that, see what this says. When choosing an insulation material, you'll be, of course, want to consider any impact on your family's health. Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, health and safety. Fiberglass has a proven track record for safe use. Well, now, let's see if we've got some other things to get a perspective on about that. So I just typed in fiberglass, and I had to get off of Google, folks. You cannot find this on Google. You're going to have to get another search engine. So just for having some fun, I went on to DuckDuckGo and I typed in fiberglass lawsuits. I typed in fiberglass health problems. I typed in all these types of things, and this website kept coming up for fiberglass litigation. And what are they talking about? Fiberglass is a man-made material constructed from needle thin. Yes, yes, yes. National Cancer Institute determined in 1974 that fiberglass is a potential carcinogenic. Ooh, okay, all right. As a result, fiberglass made imported in the U.S. must be labeled a carcinogen? Oh, in addition to the potential carcinogenic effects of fiberglass exposure, it has been linked to other health problems as well. We'll come back to that in a bit. For example, fiberglass exposure through heating and cooling ducts. Oh, there it is. There's a lot of heating and cooling ducts that have fiberglass, has been linked to respiratory disease and ailments. After it was learned, this is interesting, asbestos. Well, who made asbestos? We'll have to figure that out. Who made asbestos? After it was learned that asbestos was carcinogen, many manufacturers began substituting fiberglass for asbestos in buildings. Lawsuits alleging damages as a result of fiberglass exposure are, not surprisingly, pled similarly to those alleged injuries due to asbestos exposure. Okay, I see where this is going. As the asbestos litigation has caused severe financial difficulties for asbestos manufacturers, it is speculated that fiberglass litigation may have the same effect on fiberglass manufacturers. Whoa! Well, I better learn a little bit about asbestos then. Hang on a minute. Here we go, asbestos.com. Again, through DuckDuckGo. I couldn't find any of this stuff before in Google. I wonder why. So you're telling me that Owens Corning manufactured asbestos products from 1950 through 72. Asbestos litigations caused the company to file for bankruptcy in 2000. Ah, well, isn't that? But they wouldn't do anything to harm anybody. I can't see that. Wow, what does it say? Toxic mineral asbestos to its ceiling tiles. They added it. Cement, insulation, pipes. Boy, that sounds like what we're going through today. Says that they've had to develop a trust. Owens Corning tried several legal and financial maneuvers in an attempt to avoid bankruptcy. In 98, it combined 176,000 asbestos claims in a national settlement program in an attempt to settle for $1.2 billion. Interesting. So you're telling me that there are problems out there with asbestos, but there can't be any connection. But the lawyer just said that there is some sort of connection. So you're telling me that the asbestos guys and the fiberglass guys are linked. Could that actually be possible, that there's health problems associated with these? Here, I could not find this site, fiberglassawareness.com. Well, what do they have to say? It says that there's indoor air quality problems with mold, mildews, fumes, dust, mites. Struggling with chronic health issues. I finally made a connection that my symptoms were caused by poor indoor air quality, aka sick buildings. I had moved from my office building that had a much higher amount of fiberglass in the air. Remember we were talking about in that law firm? Fiberglass in the air. And I started noticing the difference between the air in the office building versus other places. Fiberglass is airborne all over, and I had been used to living in it. Well, what do they got here? Whoa, fiberglass ductwork, insulated ductwork. And these fibers break down and then they enter in to the air. Here's the symptoms that they're listing. Difficulty breathing. You can read the list. You can check this out. See the full list. How we figured out the cause was fiberglass. Interesting. So now we're dealing with remediation of fiberglass causing health problems, irritable bowel syndrome. It's in ceiling panels, wall sockets, attics, roofs. It's all over the place. The people are breathing it in. Here's a perfect example of return air ducts that are fiberglass lined and the fibers are going through. All right, I'm starting to make the connection now. So then it didn't take too long for me to find this great YouTube channel here, Acoustic Fields. And this guy in here, his name's Dennis. I watched the whole thing. He's got some really amazing stuff to say about mineral fiber, because mineral fiber, most people think that they're safe and okay, fine. We'll concede that glass fiber is not something that we want to use, and there's too much connections to the old asbestos stuff, and maybe it's not as safe as we've been told. Well, he's going to tell you here about the issues with slag, glass, ceramic, these man-made substances, and he's got some interesting anecdotal stuff, and he's in the acoustical sound property business, right? He's into making sound studios and dealing with acoustic waves. And I hear this all the time from people. Well, we want better sound absorption. That's why we're choosing mineral fiber or rock wool, or this is much, much better. There's issues with these things. And he goes over it in this video, and I'm putting a direct link to this video on the screen and in the comment section so that you can check this out and see what's going on. But I think he makes an incredibly strong case here in his own words of what's going on with mineral fiber. If you still need to be led by the nose on this one as to where this is going, insulationinstitute.org is NEMA. NEMA is the lobbying group, the DC lobbying group, or wherever the heck they want to be. They're in DC. They're making sure that the rules and regs are written for them. I am 100% pro spray foam, closed and open cell, unapologetically. I had an epiphany a long time ago when I first entered into this industry, what a great product spray foam insulation was and how it could change the industry. But we are up against the old oligarchs in technology, money, lobbying, influence, and education. And I have no problem with doing this. You want to compare, you want to do a breakout of one product to another, then let's do it. My wrap up, if anybody's even listening at this point, is get off Google and get on to an alternative search engine. Doesn't have to be DuckDuckGo. There's many other ones out there. Get off of this stuff and get on to sort of uncensored views of websites, information, videos, and what have you that are out there. Have informed discussions and make informed choices. And I will unapologetically sit down and talk about what's in our product, how it works, why it works, what we do, and weed out the bad apples that are out there, the people that aren't doing it right that give us a bad name for everybody else. So there's going to be a lot more to come, folks. This is just the appetizers. We'll get into these associations, the lobbying, the rules, the regs, who changes the regs for their benefit, who's looking out for the end user. Everybody says that they are, but who really is? Only in the most recent video that I did, Texas, God bless Texas, you're seeing a reduction in mandatory installed R value. That means it's cheaper for us to install, cheaper for you to buy, and we're not giving you compromise on comfort and efficiency. So stick around, share this with somebody that needs to see it. We got a breakout of the censorship, so go ahead and share it, like, subscribe, stay tuned. I got big announcements coming up soon.